Okay, fellas, this year, you're gonna wanna do the donning. There's so many God rolled weapons, and we kind of went briefly over the random rolls earlier, but we're gonna be reviewing each one of those weapons individually. Today, guys, I'm gonna guide you through on what to farm throughout this event to optimize your time, to allow you to get more loot, and essentially just have a flowchart method of making every stroke count. So first up, if you are new to this event, when you pick up the holiday oven here from Ivie, if you go down and you look at the ingredients, you can see exactly where these ingredients come from, where they drop from, and this ranges from uncommon ingredients, which drops from things that you kill, to rare ingredients, which will drop after you kill something a certain way. So for instance, sharp flavor here states that gain by defeating opponents with a sword, or balanced flavor, gain by defeating opponents with bows, sniper rifles, scout rifles, and pulse rifles. Now, as you begin to get all these materials, above will show the recipes to all the cookies available, and it will be a combination of an uncommon ingredient, a rare ingredient, and essence of donning. Now, in order to get essence of donning, you can either just play the game normally, whether it's core playlists, a couple crucible games, some strikes here and there, whatever, you'll be getting essence of donning throughout. But if you're truly trying to optimize, as it was last year, the best way to get maximum amount of essence of donning is actually lure reset farming. Guys, if you look at your cryptolith lure, and I know it's been a long time since Season of the Hunt, but I want you to look for the prey mod Xylox. You need to equip that. After equipping that, you need to fill the other two slots. Now, a trophy mod dormant is fine, but that third slot needs to have something in it, which is what you see me doing here. Regardless, there needs to be something in these other slots. Now, I don't want you to get too concerned with the materials that's needed for this, because you're really not going to be farming these weapons or even lure farming. Instead, I want you to go in there, and for this particular hunt, it'll start in the Dreaming City. You'll pretty much almost kill this ogre. The hunt will then be initiated. You'll interact, then begin the track, and then load the instance into the hunt. As you're loading the instance into the hunt, or as soon as you load in, reset your lure. Literally go in there, go below, and it'll say reset lure. Reset it. This will clear the entire configuration and refunds all inserted mods. Now proceed to complete the entire hunt, get toward the end, kill the ogre, a witch will spawn, and you can literally kill her with whatever you want to kill her. You'll just have to kill the knight first, get the icky on you, and then proceed to kill her. I was sorting her down, but you can use literally anything. Use 1000 voices, Galahorn, it doesn't matter. But upon killing her, you will get 15 essence of donning. Now, a lot of people came into the chat and said they were only getting 10. And if you're only getting 10, it's because you're not filling out that entire lure. You're not actually putting in all the different mods. You're just leaving them blank or dormant. You have to put a mod in on those other ones. Now, this is by far the most effective way, especially as a solo player, to farm essence of donning. However, if you don't want to do it this way, legendary lost sectors are also really, really good. I think they drop somewhere around 15, 16 per. And I've also been told expunge is also really good, although I have not actually done that myself. To me, the lure farming reset is by far the most optimal way of getting these essence of donning. It's very quick, it's easy to do solo, and if you already got access to Season of the Hunt or have the deluxe edition of Destiny, you should be good. Now that's how to farm essence of donning. Now we're gonna have to farm materials for cookies, and more specifically, Xur cookies. Now the cookie we're actually gonna be targeting today is these strange cookies which require taken butter, electric flavor, and essence of donning. Now the reason why this cookie is so good is simply because it allows for us to farm both the uncommon and rare ingredient at the same time with little to no effort. And yes, you got it right, guys. Throwaway checkpoint is always our baby for this. Fellas, track down that Trinity Ghoul with that exotic catalyst, equip it, sit right up top here on the ledge, and literally just kill everything that spawns. And within 20-30 minutes, you will have a ton of electric flavor, other ingredients, as well as taken butter. Now, this is not a way to get essence of donning. The only way you can get essence of donning is by doing activities in the game. But realistically, guys, right here, and I was actually doing a combination of both ACD feedback fence and Trinity Ghouls, so just in case I did get meleeed, that electric current would go out, get a kill, and would grant me that electric flavor ingredient. This combination right here, though, guys, net me a ton of ingredients, and considering that Xur, we don't have to wait for him anymore on the weekends as he's present right there in eternity, you can go give him these cookies right now. So the limiting factor in all of this is, of course, donning of essence, which is why you really want to masterwork your oven, guys. So do the quests that are associated with the event and make one of every single cookie if you have not made that cookie. There was like 2 new cookies this year, which is the Starwort Thins and the Ascendant Apple Tart. But upon masterworking your oven here, a cookie will no longer require 15 essence of donning, but instead 10. So I really highly suggest before you start grinding out large quantities of cookies to give here to Xur or to whoever that you have your oven masterworked, because it will save you a ton of essence in the long run. Now, let's talk about about the final material you're gonna need, and that is actually Dawning Spirit. Dawning Spirit is what's required to purchase these upgrades here with Eva. Now, there's a variety of ways of getting it. Honestly, when farming those Thrall and Thrallway, I was getting a ton just from doing that. So just getting kills, which gave me plenty here to go ahead and purchase these upgrades. Now, the two upgrades that are by far the most important is the Perky Presence and Perkier Presence. Both of these allows your weapons to gain an additional perk in those columns. For instance, this Avalanche right here has two traits in both the left column and right column. Had it just been a Zen Moment roll, to me it would have been garbage. But because it's Subsistence, this roll is actually a very good roll with Swashbuckler and Adrenaline Junkie to choose from. Now, honestly, if you're farming those ingredients, especially in the Throwaway checkpoint, and by the way, if you don't have the checkpoint, come to our Discord, check out our LFGs. There is a number of people in the LFG right now that are actually giving each other the checkpoint. So feel free to come by, just post up in the LFG and say, hey, need checkpoint for Throwaway. Someone will be with you. All I ask is whoever gets the checkpoint to you, you turn around and give the checkpoint to at least one person. That way, this continues the chain. Now, after you've gained a ton of materials, Dawning Spirit, a ton of cookies, and you go to turn those cookies in, you will get a gift in return randomly when giving them cookies. Now, it's like a 1 in 5 chance or a 1 in 6 chance of getting a gift in return. So RNG has to be in your favor here. But upon getting one of those gifts in return, instead of running over there and just opening it, I want you to go back to Eva Levante, and you can now focus these packages for the specific weapon you're trying to go for. The Unity Gift Exchange actually gives you Glacial Chasm or the Avalanche Machine Gun, and the Edgy Gift Exchange gives you either the Zephyr Sword or the Cold Front Submachine Gun. So not only do you have the upgrades up there that can net you additional perks in that left and right column, but now you can focus target loot for all the available weapons for this event. So just to recap on all of this, you want to masterwork your oven, cook every cookie. If you have any questions on where to find the ingredients, just go down and look at the ingredients themselves and they will tell you how to obtain each one of those ingredients. But masterwork your oven, farm Throwaway checkpoint with Trinity Ghoul, rack up a ton of Taken Butter and Electric Flavor, then farm Essence of Dawning through either Legendary Lost Sectors or in our case, lure farming, which is by far the most optimal way of getting these Essence of Dawning. Just make sure you're completely filling out your lure and resetting when you go into that actual hunt. As in, as soon as you get into the instance, reset it. If you don't, it will consume your lure mods, which we have a limited amount of. Then take all those materials, create these strange cookies, turn them into Zur, obtain a gift in return, bring them to Eva Levante, focus target the loot, have the upgrades already unlocked, and it's a good chance you'll obtain the God Roll weapon you desire. So guys, that is essentially the Dawning event and the cycle of grind this season. Good luck to all of you. We'll be reviewing all the weapons that are dropping here, as we definitely have some options that are looking extremely juicy, especially Glacial Chasm with Subsistence and Reservoir Burst. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.